Welcome. Today is the second of my three-part series called Slay Your Career. I've spent much of 2023 working with people who want more out of their career. Some reach out initially because they want help to find a job with their resume or their LinkedIn, but what I find is that really they want more of everything in their life. And when I work with my clients, I ask them a very important question right up front. And that is, if you could do anything without any constraints, what would it be? And often I hear crickets because we're not taught to think this way. As adults, we're very seldomly given the luxury to dream. But if you're here, then I know that you are a dreamer. You are someone who is ready to take that next step. Maybe you're free now to have that career that you haven't been able to have. And you're brave enough and bold enough and determined enough to show up in mid-December to keep learning and growing. As I worked with more and more clients, I found a lot of people who are at this intersection of needing some fixed level of revenue, of income to support their lifestyle, but still who wanted to launch some sort of entrepreneurial venture, a side hustle, a consulting business, maybe Upwork, Fiverr, or maybe someone who's already started a company and has put several years into it, but still isn't really making that revenue and has come to me from this place of sheer desperation. I guess I need to get a full-time job. Well, today I want to work with people. I'm going to share some tips for those people who have started your business or are thinking of starting a business, just so you can get some idea of what's coming your way. I love working with you in this place because I get so much fulfillment out of helping people get to that place where they're making that target income. And not to mention, let's not forget all the personal growth and new experiences that come with stepping into your dream and going for it. So we're here today because after a full year of working with so many people, I'm so grateful and I just want to give back. So I'm doing this three-part series to help you move forward now so that you can really launch in January of 2024. Last week, I shared my top 10 things that you can do to keep your job search momentum going over the holidays. And if you missed that, you can go in my profile and go to events and it'll be right there. And please reach out if you have any questions. But today, let's get going with the entrepreneurs who, despite the fact that we are almost halfway through December, are still learning and growing. During this year, I bet you've come so far. Maybe you made your first sale. Maybe you hit a new high revenue month. Maybe you signed your first client or sold your first product. Maybe you launched a podcast. And I'm sure that you learned tons of new skills this year. Whatever it was, your journey is a testament to your strength, resilience, and capability. Hopefully something I say today will help you just get that next tick, next place up on your way to monetizing your brilliance. All right. So the first thing that all business owners need to do right now is celebrate. Yeah. Celebrate all you have accomplished, how far you have come this year, all the obstacles you've overcome. Celebrate those ripples of good that you've put out into the universe, the problems you solved for your clients, your customers, your companies, the lives you have made more enjoyable because of the things that you have done. For instance, I'm celebrating in my business right now, reaching this monumental place of having revenues that are supporting all of my expenses. My business is self-sustaining and I am paying myself. It's a big place to be. Sure, I want to reach higher revenue goals. Sure, but I'm going to celebrate the things that I can. When we keep on keeping on without taking a moment to celebrate and reward ourselves for whatever it is, we send the message to ourselves that nothing is enough, that we are not enough. When we set these goals and we reach them, but we just set new goals and new goals and new goals, and the finish line just keeps moving back. To what end? Celebrate your success. And please pay yourself if you are not paying yourself. And do something fun with a piece of that money. Instead of spending so much time building that anxiety and stress, thinking about all the things we haven't done yet, all the goals we haven't reached, here's my homework for you. Sit down and write out 10 things that you've achieved in your business this year. And when you find yourself in those spirals of negativity, pull out that list and read it. But I also want you to feel it. Feel the pride. Celebrate how far you've come. Because recognizing your successes will help fuel your confidence. And when you raise your energy and your vibrations, that's the frequency that you're going to attract more of. Okay, number 2. Who wants to make more money right now? End the year strong by bringing in some additional revenue in the next 10 days. Okay, I want to check in with you for a minute. How does it make you feel? No problem, I got this. Or did I trigger frustration? Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Or maybe you're someone who's, well, my business isn't quite there yet. Well, there's no time like the present to start making money. I don't care if you think your business isn't there yet. What are you feeling in your body right now? Are you feeling like, okay, I got this. I'm challenge accepted. Are you feeling, I've been trying to do that. That's why I'm here. Do you have something in the pit of the stomach? Is your chest tight? Are tears starting to come? This is the frequency that you have around money right now, what you're feeling. Is that frequency serving you or holding you back? Okay, so how do you raise that frequency? Okay, let's figure out. Here's some things to consider, or ways to bring money or flow money through your business in the next 10 days. Do you have any money or other asset that's due to you? I have open invoices. I'm sure you do too. What can you do in the next 10 days to collect those? Secondly, what products or assets can you sell? How can you repackage, reimagine, or bundle some assets maybe to create a package? Do you have any old product stock? Can you throw together an offer for right now for next year that you can deliver in 2024? Did you send out some proposals to companies and you haven't heard back? Hit the phone. Follow up. What do you have to lose? And those companies need to spend that money before the budget year ends. What research can you do during this holiday downtime to position yourself to make more sales in January? A prospects list. Research what your clients' needs are, and maybe you'll be triggered to come up with a new idea or product. Do you have any gift cards or credits that you can cash in right now to reward yourself? Anything to get some good flow money coming through to raise your vibration. If you're just getting started in your business and you think you're not ready yet, or you're struggling to make a sale, then I want you to give away something for free. Work with a client, provide a service, give a product away. When we put positive energy out into the universe, this raises our vibration and confidence because you're doing it. But also, you can ask for a referral or a testimonial from this free thing that you did. These are all taking steps towards generating revenue in your business, but you're also, with those positive ripples you're putting out into the universe, I promise you, they are going to come back your way. And you're going to feel joy and just fulfillment that you are doing whatever it is that your business is. All right, next thing. There are all sorts of ways that you can go about year-end planning and goals and projections for 2024. And if you have a large business that's generating multiple six figures, then yes, you should go through one of those more formal reviews and planning processes and goal setting processes. But I have a feeling that a lot of people here aren't at that level yet. And I suggest that solopreneurs and small business owners who are still in that startup phase can start with something a little more zeroed in and come up with those things that are going to make the biggest difference. The goal of strategic planning and goal setting is to give you a framework to grow your business and not bog you down with hours of pulling data and doing research and making pretty graphs and making projections. That's not where I want you to spend your time. I want you to really focus on creating this plan and this frame that you can follow next year, because when you get super busy and super in the day of the day, you have this plan that you can refer back to. When an opportunity comes, does this align with what I had in my goal, in my framework? No, I'm going to say no, because in the moment, it's hard to think clearly. So let's take these next couple of weeks to think clearly. And yes, you should revisit this plan quarterly and determine if it's still serving you. But okay, so number one on this section is, what do you want more of in your business in 2024? Can you be specific? I mean, I'm sure the first thing everyone thought was revenue, 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 right? But what else? Are there opportunities that you want? Do you want to expand your products or your services? Maybe you want a partner, or maybe you want support in the form of a W-9 employee, a W-2 employee, a virtual assistant, or maybe you can put some things up on Upwork or Fiverr. There's lots of ways to get support. Or maybe you want more of a specific type of project, more public speaking opportunities, more expos at conventions. You want to go to the big convention where you can feature your product, whatever it is. What do you want more of in your business in 2024? Okay, so your homework over these next 2 weeks is to come up with this list of what you want more of. But then I want you to rearrange and rank all those things in the order of what is going to move your revenue dial the most to the least. And if at any point you get stuck with this process, hello, use your lifeline, go to my LinkedIn profile, click on the link in my profile, and you can schedule a call with me. I have opened up dates throughout the holiday break. I want to hear from you. I want to help. This is me giving back. All right. And most of all, have fun with this, right? Because this is what you want more of. Okay, part 2. What do you want less of, right? To make room for more, sometimes we need to get some things out. There's only so many hours in the day. What do you want less of in your business in 2024? Admin work, social media marketing, financial management. How's that going for you? Getting ready to do your taxes, right? Or maybe you're not sure so if you're not sure, think back to your year. What do you avoid? What do you put last? What do you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until it's a fire that you have to put out? When we all start businesses, it is natural to take on everything yourself and to wear all the different hats. But when you work in your zone of genius, you maximize your profits. When you are pulled here, doing this, doing that, I'm sure you can do it, but it's taking you away from that zone of genius where all the money is really made. And you might not be able or ready to support an employee or a contractor at this moment, but right now, write down what you would push off first, what you want to delegate first, and write how much revenue you need in your business to support that hire. Because when you are exploding your revenues next year, things are going to be moving really fast. And if you all of a sudden see, oh, I hit that bar. Oh, I hit that bar. It's time for me to pull in this extra person because you planned it out now in the moment of calm. You've thought through everything. And so later, when things are hectic and you're in the middle of it, you know you already did lay the plan, who that person is, how you're going to find them, what they're going to do, and what your budget is. And when you hire this person, it frees you up to do those revenue generating activities that are going to take your business to that next level. All right. The next step is to set your goals for 2024. Now that you know what you want more of, and you know what you want less of in your business, you can lay out that frame that I mentioned earlier. And your homework is to map out the exact steps to get to these goals. And we're like, what does that mean exactly? Okay, let's just give you a few examples. Say you want to land a contract, a consulting contract with XYZ company. Okay. First, you would research the company, see if you have any contacts, how you're going to get in. But I want to pause you here for a second. Are your brand assets aligned? If you make this contact with this person and they're going to go to your LinkedIn and your website and see what you're all about, do they align with what you're trying to sell? Do you come across as a professional, as a competent person who has solved these sorts of problems in the past? Okay. Are your contracts done? Do you know what you're going to charge for this service? All these things need to be done before you start reaching out and doing these contacts. And then, of course, you want to follow up. Okay, so that's one example of all the different things you need to line up to reach that goal of landing a contract with XYZ company. Here's another example. I'm sure everyone wants to make more money next year. Everyone has a revenue goal in mind. And often I've found that that's $100,000, right? Or for easy math right now, I'm going to say that your revenue goal is $10,000 a month. Okay, so now you need to create that money pyramid. What goes in this that's going to get you to $10,000 a month? And it just depends on your business. Do you sell products? Do you sell consulting packages? Do you sell one-on-one coaching? Do you sell group coaching? Whatever it is, every single piece of that has a monetary value. And you need to put enough things in this money pyramid that they add up to that $10,000 a month. For instance, say half of that $10,000 you want to sell one-on-one coaching packages that are $1,000. So you would need to sell 5 to get to $5,000. How are you going to do that? By having conversations. But where and with whom? And how do you get these conversations? There's a way to reverse engineer how many conversations you need to have. Are you going to networking events? Do you have a podcast? Are you going LinkedIn Live or Facebook Live? Are you doing trainings? Are you going to conferences and doing trainings? Whatever it takes to get in front of people a certain percentage of those people are going to agree to get on the phone with you to have a conversation. And when you have a conversation, what percentage of those people are going to become your client? Well, in the beginning, it's about 10%, but as you get better at it, it'll move to 30 to 40 to 50%, depending on where that lead is coming from. If it's a referral from a friend, a warm lead, you probably have a 50-50 chance of converting that into a sale. If it's somebody who you met at a networking event, that's going to be a little harder conversion. If it's someone who's been following your content for a year and knows who you are and has finally gotten to the point where they're ready to work with somebody, okay, that's probably going to be more in that 30 to 40% conversion rate. But my point is, you can reverse engineer how many events you have to go to, how many conversations you need to have. And then the next level is how many calls you need to have if you're converting between 10 and to 50%, right? And if this is making your head spin, if this is making you nauseous, if this is making you frustrated, that is completely normal. And you're going to move past it. As I mentioned, I'm a lifeline. If you want to sit down, I'm happy to go through your money triangle with you, your money pyramid with you, and help you plan out what you need to do. No problem. Go to my LinkedIn profile, click on the link, and schedule your call. Does this process trigger that big voice on your shoulder? Is it screaming at you right now? Would you like to learn how to tame that beast? I have a few solutions for you. As I mentioned, I am giving away free calls. I want to support everyone that I can this holiday season. Lift people up, get you going for next year. Hop on my calendar. Also, I invite you to join me next Tuesday, where I'm going to be doing the third of my 3-part series, Slay Your Career. And our focus for next week is going to be slay your life. Because if your life's in flux, if you're burned out, if your mind is spinning in negativity, if the vibrations you're putting out into the universe are low and negative, it's going to be hard for you to be successful either in finding a job, getting that promotion, getting your business going. And so next Tuesday, we're going to talk about how we can get our minds working for us and raise our vibration to be our most authentic and successful self in 2024. I hope that you will join me, and I hope that any of this stuff is helpful to you. Have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday.